everyone, it's CricketSong, and today's video I want to discuss the topic of teachers, mentors, or whatever sort of label or word you give to the person that you learn witchcraft or aspects of witchcraft from. If you learn from them someone else at all, or are you self-taught, or I want to talk about that sort of topic. Like, is it necessary to learn witchcraft from another individual? And if you do feel it's necessary, why? If you don't feel it's necessary, why not? What are the benefits from learning from someone else? What are the hindrances? I kind of just want to do like my thoughts regarding this. Why I was thinking about this is because I recently have decided to join a coven. In contemplating that and deciding this was what I was going to do, I thought about my role in the past within a coven setting and what my role might be now, joining another witchy group. And for me, I determined I didn't want to be a teacher kind of thing. And that sort of led me to my thoughts and the definitions that I personally hold about teachers, witchcraft teachers, and witchcraft mentors, and how is that different in my perspective, and what are the benefits from either being in that type of relationship, what can the hindrances be in that type of relationship, and just all these thoughts flowing in my head regarding this topic. So let me start with my personal definitions of like a teacher and a mentor. So when I'm talking about this topic, I think of teachers as individuals who are, I guess, following some sort of structure. I feel like they are someone who holds a lot of knowledge. And for me, I feel like they have a lot of intellectual knowledge as well as practical knowledge. When I think of teachers, I think of someone whose role has been either earned in some way, whether it's like education-wise, like in a structured education, or within that sort of role was given to them by the community or the people that they are involved with or a part of, and the teacher has earned it in that way by teaching people their specific topic, in this case witchcraft. Mentors, I feel like, are more peer level individuals, someone who has been doing it for a long time, whatever that is, and in this case witchcraft, who's been practicing witchcraft for an extended period of time, and they have a lot of experience in regards to that. They may not have the education that a teacher has, but they have sort of like world experience or practical experience in that, and you can learn from them because they've done it or been there, or they're sort of sharing with you their experiences. So the two roles are different. They're similar, but I feel like for me, there's a subtle difference between the two. So in considering the differences between the two, for me, I would prefer at this point in my practice, in this point in my life, to be a mentor than a teacher, right? Is that something that I'm actively looking to do right now? No. I've been pretty content practicing solitarily, or being a solitaire practitioner, but I'm searching for community, which is why this sort of invitation is attractive to me and why I'm taking this opportunity. When I think of this, I then consider, is it necessary for a witch to have a teacher and or a mentor when they're learning witchcraft. I don't think it's necessary. And with a little caveat, saying that if you're an eclectic practitioner, if you're learning or wanting to learn a certain tradition, a lineaged tradition, I think some of them require you to learn from someone else. So I'm just here discussing like someone like me or another, or just someone looking to learn witchcraft and practice on their own. I don't think it's necessary to have a teacher and or a mentor. I do believe it's beneficial to have a teacher and or a mentor. Why it's beneficial? I feel like it's beneficial because there's certain things that books can't teach you, and there are certain things that you would struggle to learn on your own, and you can't learn on your own. An example of that is blending your personal energy with another person. You can't do that on your own. You need another person to be a participant in sort of merging and melding your energies together, because that's very different than merging your energies with nature, with part of nature, with nature spirits. You would need a nature spirit to meld and merge your energy with. With a human being, there needs to be another human being willing to do that with you. So that's something you can't do on your own. I can even think of practices that aren't necessarily witchcraft, or I would not consider them witchcraft. For me, I'm a Reiki master teacher. I was attuned to Reiki energy from a teacher, from a master teacher. I could not be attuned to Reiki on my own. That's not something in that tradition. I couldn't do that on my own. I can't be attuned to Reiki energy on my own. There's this whole structure, and there's this whole tradition of how Reiki is passed from one individual to another. It is required for you to learn that from a master teacher. So there are situations where I do feel and believe that a teacher and or a mentor would be not only beneficial, but be required. I do think that an individual can practice witchcraft successfully without having a teacher and or a mentor. I also think, though, that nature, the natural world, can be our teacher. The natural world can be our mentor. Spirits of the other realms can be our teachers and mentors. There are lessons all around us. We just need to be opened up to have those experiences. So I'm curious as to what you think. Do you think it's necessary to have a teacher and or a mentor when you're exploring and practicing witchcraft? What's been your personal experience? I do think that there can be hindrances in having a teacher and or a mentor. And one of them is picking up someone's bad habits or gaining misinformation or thinking that this particular witch's personal opinions are facts. I think there's, and having just bad experiences. But then I could argue that having bad experiences could be a lesson in and of itself as to how you handle those experiences, how you process that. Personal conflicts, personal drama, all that is definitely something that could be experienced when you're working with another group, like a coven or a circle. that happens when you're interacting with human beings. It's just something that happens in life. So what's your experience? Share with me, please, your positive experiences, and if you've had a particular negative experience with a mentor and or teacher. I'm really curious to hear your thoughts in regards to this topic. That's it, really. Anyway, until next week, I love you. Mwah. Blessed be.